After the phases problem definition, idea generation, goal setting, and exploration, effective implementation will be the next step. The large amount of theories, models, and frameworks available in the Implementation Science Toolkit can make it difficult to determine which is the most appropriate to address or frame a research question. Per Nilsson's schema sorts implementation science theories, models, and frameworks into 5 categories: process models, determinants frameworks, classic theories, implementation theories, and evaluation frameworks. Depending on what you want, you can choose which one to use. Remember that the implementation should lead to cost-effective, safe, quality care. Start small. Who are your stakeholders? Don't only think about health and welfare workers, but also about the management, IT professionals, cleaning, legal professionals, relatives, etc. Find the innovators and early adopters. Make use of them to convince the majority. Evaluate and improve. The characteristics that determine an innovation's rate of adoption are 1. Relative advantage, 2. Compatibility, 3. Complexity, 4. Trialability, and 5. Observability. Relative advantage. The perceived relative advantage of an innovation is the degree to which it is perceived as improving on a previous innovation. This can manifest itself as higher profitability or an increase in social status, for example. Preventive innovations, those whose effects may not be immediately visible or may never materialize because their purpose is to prevent an undesirable event, are perceived to have a very low relative advantage. Incentives, e.g., money or free samples, can be used to increase the perceived relative advantage of an innovation. However, adoptions motivated by incentives may be less sustainable, with adopters possibly rejecting the innovation when the incentive ceases to be available. Relative advantage is positively related to an innovation's rate of adoption. Compatibility. The perceived compatibility of an innovation describes how consistent it is with regard to an individual's values, experiences, and needs. The degree of compatibility determines the change in behavior required to adopt an innovation. Thus, instead of introducing an incompatible innovation into a social system, adoption can be easier when the innovation is broken up into several more compatible innovations that can be adopted in sequence, each requiring only a minor behavior change. Compatibility is positively related to an innovation's rate of adoption. Complexity. The perceived complexity of an innovation describes how difficult it seems to comprehend and use the innovation. A high degree of complexity can be a strong barrier against adoption. Complexity is negatively related to an innovation's rate of adoption. Trialability. The perceived trialability of an innovation is the degree to which it can be tried on a probationary basis. Personal trial of an innovation is an effective way to reduce uncertainty about an innovation. As such, trialability is positively related to an innovation's rate of adoption. Observability. The perceived observability of an innovation is the degree to which others can observe the results of an innovation. Observing a peer can be a proxy for a trial of an innovation. Observability is positively related to an innovation's rate of adoption. DeCallieu and Vermick present 5 fundamentally different ways of thinking about change. They are labeled by color: yellow, blue, red, green, and white print thinking. The model is used to deal more effectively with change. It assists choosing the most viable change strategy for a specific issue. It also helps diagnose issues from different angles, which enables a better understanding. See the video for more information. Apply the color model. Don't forget to secure the implementation. Evaluate and learn. What adjustments need to be done? Keep your stakeholders involved.